let me tell you a story about broadcasting. I'll tell you a story about business. In broadcasting, when I was young, just starting out in broadcasting, and I came to Los Angeles and I was starting to do live shots. Well, I was nervous and I was absolutely terrible. I was so nervous that I could barely get a word out. I mean, the words that were coming out of my mouth were like mumbling and gibberish. You couldn't understand me because I was just petrified. And this went on for like 6 weeks. And finally, my executive producer called me and he sat me down. He says, Michele, he says, I think we should have you not do any more live shots. And let's focus on packages, which is the pre-recorded taped news stories. And I sat there and I looked at him and I said, nope, because I'm not going to get better. And that was, frankly, a mental shift for me. The very next day, I started to get better. Now, of course, I have no trouble talking live or any other circumstance. But my point is, that could have been devastating. That could have been a failure. I could have, frankly, been fired because that was my job. That's what I was supposed to do. But I did a mental shift and said, I can do this. I can figure this out. And I think that's how we have to sometimes look at circumstances that are failures or potential failures. In business, I have had some businesses that didn't work out, and for a number of different reasons. And in that instance, I look at it as, okay, what did I learn from that? And move forward. And in one instance, it was particularly devastating. I really was very, very passionate about this one particular business. And, but it took me a while. It took me like 6 months to really say, okay, you know what, here's what I learned from it. It's not the end of the world. And now, based on what I learned from that, I'm going to start another business. Now I'm on to like my third business. And I've got my fourth one in my head. So that's what I would say about failure, is really look at it as stepping stones to success. And also, you know what? A lot of entrepreneurs have things that don't work out. It's really okay. We're not a failure. It's just the circumstances didn't work out, or we figured out that we have to go into a different direction. By the way, that's not failure. Coming to a decision and saying this strategy or this purpose or this business or this focus doesn't work, need to change direction, is not failure. It's being smart.